Russia targets power facilities, Ukrainians want to fight until victory. After a week of deadly strikes against civilians, Kyiv has accused Russia's military of continuing attacks on its latest target, Ukraine's energy infrastructure. Multiple facilities in the capital and across the country were struck Tuesday morning, cutting electricity and water supplies and prompting officials to plead with residents to reduce their consumption. About 70% of Ukrainians are determined to keep fighting until their country wins the war against Russia. According to a Gallup poll conducted in early September amid strong Ukrainian counteroffensives that recaptured land in the south and east. The majority of Ukrainians backing the war, 91%, defined victory as retaking all territories seized by Russia since 2014, including Crimea, Gallup said. Here's the latest on the war and its ripple effects across the globe. Key developments. Russia targeted Ukraine's civilian infrastructure again Tuesday morning, killing at least one person in Kyiv, according to the country's largest private electricity producer. A power facility in Kyiv was hit 3 times, a presidential aide said. And in the western city of Zhytomyr, far from the front lines, the mayor said residents had no running water or electricity. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said 30% of the country's power stations have been destroyed since October 10. The Gallup poll shows strong support for fighting until victory in the capital, Kyiv, and western Ukraine. But there is less enthusiasm in the east and in the south, where the front lines are. 26% said the Ukrainian government should negotiate an end to the fighting as quickly as possible. The death toll from a Russian fighter-bomber crash in Russia rose to 13, the Russian Emergency Situations Ministry reported Tuesday morning. The Russian Su-34 aircraft crashed into a residential building Monday near the Russian city of Krasnodar, about 120 miles east of Crimea. Battleground updates. A 55-year-old man died after Russian forces shelled a residential building in Mykolaiv, the city's mayor said Tuesday morning. The southern city is one of more than 35 settlements to have come under fire from missile, air, and rocket attacks in the past 24 hours, according to Kyiv officials. Monday's kamikaze drone strikes in Kyiv killed at least 5 people, including a pregnant woman, Mayor Vitaly Klitschko reported. Ukraine's foreign ministry accused Iran of supplying Russia with the drones. And the defense ministry said Tuesday morning that more than 40 Iranian-made Shahed-136 attack drones had been deployed by Russia in the past 24 hours. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov denied knowledge of Russia using Iranian drones. The heightened tempo of Russia's attacks since last week is probably intended to cause widespread damage to Ukraine's energy network, according to Britain's Ministry of Defense. Russia has highly likely gained a greater willingness to strike civilian infrastructure in addition to military targets, it said in a Tuesday morning tweet. The European Union on Monday approved a plan to train thousands of Ukrainian troops in Europe. French Navy Vice Adm Hervé Blichian will oversee the 2-year, $105 million program. Global impact. Danish police confirmed that powerful explosions were to blame for damage to the Nord Stream gas pipelines, but released no other updates on their investigation into how the 4 holes came to appear in the pipe last month. In a Tuesday press conference, Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov claimed it was absurd to accuse Russia of any involvement and criticized Moscow's exclusion from the investigation. EU member countries are considering paying Elon Musk to maintain internet services provided by Starlink to Ukraine, Politico reported. The billionaire tweeted Monday that 25,300 Starlink terminals were sent to Ukraine, but that 10,630 were being paid for, without specifying by whom. Musk's company SpaceX, which provides the Starlink services, has withdrawn its request for funding from the U.S. Defense Department, Musk tweeted. The U.S. Commerce Department issued a 180-day ban of Russia's Ural Airlines from participating in transactions that involve exports or re-exports of goods from the United States. marking the 10th such sanction levied against Russia's and Belarus's biggest airlines since the Kremlin's February 24 invasion of Ukraine, the department said in a news release. Urals violated export controls imposed on Russia by the Commerce Department, officials said. From our correspondents. What are kamikaze drones? The Post's Annabelle Timsit, Isabel Kershidian, Adam Taylor and William Neff report on how the noisy airborne devices, nicknamed flying mopeds, have become a critical weapon in Russia's arsenal. The main difference between these drones and other weapons, these drones are the weapon. They are a type of loitering munition designed to circle high above battlefields before flying into a chosen target packed with explosives. Zelensky reveals damage to Ukrainian energy infrastructure. In just over 1 week of Russian airstrikes targeting Ukrainian energy infrastructure, 30% of the power plants in the country have been destroyed, President Vladimir Zelensky has claimed. The devastation has caused massive blackouts across the country, he added in a tweet posted on Tuesday morning. He concluded that there is no space left for negotiations with the government of his Russian counterpart, Vladimir Putin.